Welcome. I'm your host, Jesse Sawyer, nationally recognized inclusive fitness trainer, Silver Sneaker Flex instructor, and today I'm going to be taking you through a SilverSneakers Yoga Flow Express. Now, when I talk express, we're going to try to go through those movements a little quicker than normal, but with control so that we have balance, we manage that stress, we get a little mental clarity, we increase our strength and endurance. We also improve our flexibility, and then hopefully we reduce some of that pain and we manage this exercise routine with me. Let's get started. There are 5 sections to it. We have a warm-up, we have a work phase, we have a cool-down phase, and then we have our final stretch and then our relaxation. The relaxation is just me telling you, hey, subscribe and keep coming back for more just like this. So let's get started. Make sure you have your hydration. Make sure you have your physician clearance. Lightheadedness, pain, dizziness, discomfort, or fatigue. Hit the pause, come back a little bit later. Let's work on that warm-up stage first. So I'm just kind of subluxing my shoulders and I'm just doing arm circles at the very bottom. So they're little pendulum circles, I call them. And then opposite direction with that pendulum. And with that pendulum, you want to be nice and tall, horse stance, up and down. There you go. And I'm going to lift my hands out to the side and I'm just going to do some small arm circles. Thumbs are going to be up on this one. And now take them back. Thumbs are still up. Excellent job. Now give me a thumb up as well on this exercise class with your subscription. Rest them down. Shrug it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now let's do cervical rotations to the left, back to the center, cervical rotation to the right, back to the center, and now side bend to the left, neutral, side bend, neutral. Now the next exercise, I'm going to utilize a chair or a console table or a banister or a wall, and I'm just going to hold on and I'm going to lift up that hip on that left side using extra hand if necessary. If not, I'm just going to rotate that ankle one way or the other, and then I'm going to plantar flex, dorsiflex. Now again, you don't have to lift that hip, knee too high. You can just get off the ground just a little bit, especially if you're struggling with this exercise this morning. And then all you're doing is circling. Circle the other direction, but we want to get it off the ground, okay? Because we want to warm that hip up because you are going to be going through different movements and you're going to be using your hip flexors. And there's 3 parts to your hip flexors. We have the hip flexor that brings your hip into the torso. We have the internal hip that brings the legs together, adducts them. And then we have the external hip that brings it into the acetylbellum joint. And we want to be able to do all 3 with that hip throughout these moves that we're going to go through yoga. That was your warm-up. Let's get to the work phase. So the work phase is going to start with the cat and the cow. If you're doing this in the seated position, and they look very similar, you're going to be in that horse stance. Bring those hands into the pocket, nice and tall, and we're going to take those arms down, roll. There you go. And nice inhalation here. Nice exhalation here. Come to the front so you can see. Into the airplane, just the right side. Hold this position. Nice inhalation. Nice exhalation. Nice inhalation. Left side. Inhale, exhale. Nice inhalation. Bring it back and exhale. I'm going to now turn to the left side and I'm going to take that right leg back. Nice inhale, exhale. So that you can see my right foot is on the toe. Nice inhale here. Nice exhale with both hands going back this time. Right toe. I'm going to lift that foot up on the right side and I'm going to balance. If I need to use the wall, I'll use the wall, chair, console table, but balance. Hold that position. Turn to the front. I'm going to turn to the right now. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to be working on that left side of the body now. So nice inhalation. Nice exhalation. Just that left side. Right side is still firm on that console table, chair, or wall. Bring it up. This time, take them both back. You're on that toe. Lifting up. There you go. Holding if you need to. Using like that balance. All the weight is on that right side. And you are in that airplane mode right now. Breathing it through. You can move that ankle if you want to make it a little more difficult. But you don't have to. Nice inhalation here. Nice exhalation here. Excellent job. From this position, we are going to go into the tree pose. This is low level tree pose. A little higher level tree pose. Into that left side, low level. Into a higher level. Into our lateral flexion. Into all of it. Into airplane, right side, left side, tree pose high level, tree pose high level other side. Lateral flexion, right side, that was your work phase. Let's go to our cool down phase next. I'm going to grab a quick hydration. Not that I'm advertising for McCafe, but it is my go-to on a daily basis. Get the app, and save yourself some money. And subscribe as well. You'll save yourself lots of money because then you don't got to go pay for this somewhere else. Hopefully you're enjoying. Hopefully you're subscribing. And hopefully we're keeping it at a very mellow pace for you. The dogs are sleeping over here, Lincoln and Bentley. And we're going to do our downward dog next. So here we go with that. So we're going to be in that horse stance. Arms are going to just come straight on up. We're going to take that left over right. We're going to push those hips back and bend our body forward. So a wall is really nice to use on this, which I'll show you in a moment. Arms out, drop them down, lift them up again. Right's going to come over. You're going to push those hips back and you're going to just lean in between those arms and do your downward dog. Really good for the core and for the deep core muscles and that lower lumbar. Now, if you were close to that wall, sometimes the best way to do that is really just to lift up, grab onto a wall right here like this, take that right hand and grab and then lean and get into this position. You can do this with a chair as well. Or you can take your hands off and not use that wall, but knowing it's there for you to utilize. Put a lot more pressure on that lower lumbar. Come up again. This time I'm going to take my left over right. I can use that wall if I need to, and then push those hips back and bend through. And again, it's a really good exercise for the lower back as well, and the upper back, because you're just dropping through those shoulder blades. You're dropping through those arms. And it's on another exercise that I've shown you, just singled out. Not the downward dog, just a singled out exercise for lower back utilizing a chair or a wall or a kitchen table. You can use it. From here, we want to go into our moonflower. So we're just going to lift those arms up. We want to get those hands into that 10 and the 2 and push them here like this. So it's a nice inhalation and a nice exhalation. Now, I've done the moonflower where we move, and the movement looks like this. You lift up that right leg, move it, lift up, back to that center, lift up, lift that left leg, shift, or you go right back to center and hold this position just like this. Excellent work. And you're holding this in this position where you're pushing the hips back. Bring them in here. Bring those feet back. And now we're going to go into that chair position or chair pose. So I would be holding onto a chair here. If I don't have a chair, I can use a console table, and I'm just trying to squat down like I would be sitting in that chair, going down and then lifting both hands up. Using that wall as a support if you need it as well, which I will show you from a turn to my right in a moment. Turn to my right. If I was going towards that right side again, I would just push back until my butt kind of hit that wall. There you go. Good. And now you're in a really good position in that chair. Now, if you want to get off, you just move your butt off that chair and sink just a little bit more. As you can see, I'm really sinking and I'm holding this chair pose position, which I'm feeling my lower lumbar. I'm feeling my quads, feeling my hips. I'm not feeling really any discomfort on my knees because of the position I'm in. But I'm trying to hold this position for as long as I can. Use that wall if I need to, right? If it gets a little too difficult, I can sit on this wall now and hold it, and it feels much better, right? Or you can utilize a chair to assist you through that pose and that position. So let's go through all three of those together: downward dog, moonflower, and the chair exercise. Here we go to finish it up. It is the downward dog. left over right, pushing back. Horse stance. Rest them. Right over left. Drop those feet down. Push them out to the 10 and the 2. Moonflower. We'll just keep it stationary. And we're probably over 10 minutes, so I do apologize for that. Last one here. Shift that hand down, sit on down, and you're into your chair pose. Again, if you need to hold on to something, you should have something right here to hold on to, or you could have a wall, and your depth is up to you how low you want to go for this position, which I'm going to take it a little lower today because I want to work and hold this position. Excellent job. And again, I can just hold one hand here as well, and here, and hold on to something like an end table and up. Go in peace, my friends. Go and relax. That was a more difficult Yoga Express. Subscribe.